G'day everyone! Welcome to Learn Conversational English. I'm Melanie, and I'm here to help you speak English more naturally every day.
And I'm Kevin. Nice to meet you all. Melanie and I both grew up in Australia, so you'll hear our Aussie accents today.
That's right. Today we're going to learn how to talk about your day using simple English. This is perfect for beginners who want to share their daily activities with friends or colleagues.
Exactly. We'll start from the morning when you wake up, then breakfast, work, and finally how you relax at night.
Oh, and before we start, I should mention that we'll be giving you lots of practical phrases you can use right away. Kevin and I will speak naturally, just like we would with our friends. Sounds good? So Kevin, let's start with you. How do you usually start your morning?
Well, I wake up at 7 o'clock every day. First, I get out of bed and stretch my arms.
Oh yeah, stretching is so important. I always forget to do that.
Then I go to the bathroom and brush my teeth. After that, I have a quick shower. Nothing fancy, just 5 minutes under the hot water. Now, here's a useful tip for learners. You can also say, I have a shower, instead of I take a shower. Both are correct. And if you want to be more specific, you could say, I have a hot shower, or I have a cold shower.
That's a great way to start the day. Now listeners, notice how Kevin uses simple words. He says, I wake up, I get out of bed, I brush my teeth. These are perfect phrases for beginners.
Exactly right. What about you, Mel? What's your morning routine like?
I'm a bit different. I wake up at 6:30 because I love watching the sunrise. Back home in Brisbane, we had beautiful sunrises over the river.
Oh, that sounds absolutely magical. Brisbane sunrises are something special, aren't they? There's nothing quite like starting the day with a beautiful view.
So I get up early and make a cup of tea first thing. Then I sit by the window for 10 minutes and just enjoy the quiet morning.
That sounds peaceful. Now, let's talk about breakfast. This is important because many English learners want to describe their meals.
Yes! Kevin, what do you usually have for breakfast?
I'm quite simple with breakfast. I usually have 2 pieces of toast with butter and jam. Sometimes I add a banana on the side.
Toast and jam is perfect. You know, that's exactly what I tell my English students. You don't need complicated meals to have a good start to the day.
And I always drink coffee with my breakfast. Growing up in Melbourne, coffee was like a religion in our house.
That's interesting about Melbourne's coffee culture. For our international listeners, Australians are quite serious about their coffee. You might hear people say, I'm going for a coffee, or let's grab a coffee, as a way to socialise. That's so true about Melbourne. For me, I love having porridge in the morning, especially when it's cold outside. I put some honey and berries on top.
Oh, porridge with honey and berries sounds absolutely lovely. That's such a healthy way to start the day, especially in winter.
Now, listeners, notice we use simple sentences like, I have toast, or I drink coffee. You don't need complicated grammar to talk about your meals.
That's right. Now, let's move to the next part of the day, going to work or school. Mel, how do you usually get to work?
Well, I take the bus to work every morning. The bus stop is just 5 minutes from my house, so it's very convenient.
Oh wow, that is convenient. 5 minutes is nothing. I'm a bit jealous of that short walk to the bus stop.
The journey takes about 20 minutes. During the bus ride, I usually read a book or listen to music. It's a nice way to start the workday.
I'm different. I walk to work because I live quite close to my office. It takes me 15 minutes, and I really enjoy the fresh air in the morning.
I love that. Walking to work is such great exercise, and you probably arrive feeling more energised than if you'd been sitting on a bus or in a car.
Exactly. Plus, I get to see the neighbourhood wake up. There's an old man who walks his dog every morning at the same time. We always wave to each other.
Oh, that's lovely. See everyone, these are perfect examples of how to talk about your commute. You can say, I take the bus, I walk to work, or the journey takes 20 minutes.
So we've covered getting to work, but now I'm curious about what happens once you're actually there. What's a typical workday like for you, Melanie?
I work in an office, so I spend most of my day at my computer. I check my emails first thing when I arrive.
Oh, that sounds like a very organised workday. I bet checking emails first thing helps you prioritise what's important.
Then I have meetings with my team. We usually meet twice a week to discuss our projects. At lunchtime, I often go to the park near our office.
That's nice to get some fresh air. My workday is quite different. I teach English to small groups, so I'm talking and moving around all day.
That's really interesting. I imagine teaching keeps you on your feet, literally and figuratively.
I start each class by asking my students about their day, just like we're doing now. It's a great way to practice everyday English. You know what's great about asking students about their day? It helps them practice past tense too. They might say, yesterday I had lunch with my friend, or last night I watched a movie. It's such natural practice.
That's brilliant. And for our listeners, you can use phrases like, I work in an office, I have meetings, or I teach English. Keep it simple.
That's a great teaching strategy. Now, all this talk about workdays makes me wonder, when does your day actually wrap up? What time do you usually finish work, Mel?
I finish at 5 o'clock. Then I take the bus home again. By the time I get home, it's about 5:30.
Oh, that works out really well. 5:30 gives you plenty of time to unwind before dinner.
Yes. The first thing I do when I get home is change into comfortable clothes. Then I make dinner. I'm not a fancy cook. I usually make something simple like pasta or a sandwich.
Nothing wrong with simple. I finish work at 4:30, so I get home earlier than you. I often stop at the shops on my way home to buy groceries for dinner.
You're so organised. I should probably start doing that instead of wondering what to cook when I get home.
When I was growing up in Sydney, my mum always said, don't come home empty-handed from the shops. So I still do that today.
Speaking of shopping, that's great vocabulary for learners too. You can say, I go to the supermarket, I buy vegetables, or I pick up some milk. These are everyday phrases that everyone needs to know. Ha! Mums always give the best advice. So listeners, you can say, I finish work at 5, I get home at 5:30, or I stop at the shops. These are all natural ways to talk about your evening routine.
You know, hearing about your shopping routine reminds me that the day doesn't end when work finishes. Let's chat about what we do to unwind in the evenings, because that's such an important part of anyone's day, isn't it?
So true. After dinner, I usually watch TV for an hour or two. I love watching cooking shows. They're relaxing and I sometimes learn new recipes.
Cooking shows are brilliant. I love those too. There's something so relaxing about watching someone else do all the work in the kitchen.
Sometimes I call my family back in Australia. With the time difference, evening here is perfect for chatting with them.
That's a good point about family calls. Many of our international students also like to call home in the evenings. You might say, I video call my parents, or I text my friends back home. Technology makes it so easy to stay connected these days. That's lovely. I'm more of a reader in the evenings. I sit in my favourite chair with a cup of tea and read for about 30 minutes before bed.
That does sound incredibly peaceful. I think a lot of people underestimate how important it is to have that quiet wind-down time.
It helps me wind down after a busy day, and I always go to bed at 10 o'clock, no exceptions. Good sleep is important for teaching the next day.
Great habit. So everyone, you can say, I watch TV, I read a book, I call my family, or I go to bed at 10. Simple sentences work perfectly for describing your evening.
Before we finish, let's give our listeners some quick tips. Remember, you don't need perfect grammar to talk about your day.
Exactly. Use simple present tense like I wake up, I have breakfast, I go to work, and don't forget to add time words like at 7 o'clock or after dinner.
Perfect. Practice talking about one part of your day each week. This week, practice talking about your morning routine.
Here's another great tip. Try keeping a daily journal in English. Write just 3 or 4 sentences about your day. For example, today I woke up early. I had coffee for breakfast. I walked to work. It's simple, but very effective practice.
And remember everyone, don't worry about making mistakes. Even native speakers sometimes struggle to find the right words. The most important thing is to keep practicing and have fun with English.
Thanks for listening to Learn Conversational English today. We hope these simple phrases help you talk about your daily routine with confidence.
Keep practicing and we'll see you in our next episode. Cheers everyone.
Bye for now.